It's a little chilly here, friends, today, but nonetheless, we thank God for the beautiful day. I have the honor to be welcoming us again to the Family Enrichment Hub. Stella Obokelo, your regular host, and I am delighted to be starting a new series today, and that is Dating and Courtship. I recently listened in to Oprah Winfrey in one of her talk shows, and she made a very profound statement. Oprah Winfrey said, "When people show you who they are, believe them. When they show you a violent side of them, believe them, that is who they are. They represent violence. When people show you that they do not keep their word, that is truly who they are. What people show you speaks to what they stand for. It speaks to their value system. And so never try to justify and say they will change, they didn't mean it. What people show you is truly who they are." On that note, friends, allow me to just define what dating is and what courtship is for purposes of this series. Dating speaks to a process that somebody goes through when they are trying to find a potential partner. You go through an activity of finding potential people whom you believe have the qualifications that you're looking for in a life partner. And so that process is what I want to call dating. And then the courtship is where you finally zero down on one person from this list of potential people. When you finally decide and say, this is the person that I believe is going to meet my emotional needs, is going to be the person that I need to settle with for the rest of my life, and you begin to get to know them and understand them, that is what I call courtship. Friends, allow me to just go through a few things that I believe will help us during the dating and the courtship process. I want to relate dating and courtship to an interview activity. Usually when employers are looking out for people to fill particular positions within their organization, what usually happens? They run an advert in the media, and potential and indeed interested candidates will write and indeed fill in their applications. They will send these applications to the employer, and when you fill in your application, it's not a guarantee that you are going to get a job within this organization. A shortlist has to come out. The employer will look at who are the people among the applicants who have the basics that we need in order to fill up the positions that we desire to be filled in the organization. And once this shortlist comes out, it is not a guarantee again that you have gotten the job. You have to go through the interviews, and the interviews will be face-to-face or they will be online interviews. The employer simply wants to know deeper. They want to understand the kind of people whom they are going to employ within their organization. And so at the end of the day, they will select the people that they believe truly are going to do the job that they desire within their organization. That is what dating and courtship is all about. People write out applications. There are many potential candidates, and then you begin to do a verification and selection process until you zero down on the one person that you believe actually meets the requirements that you desire in a life partner. I also want to relate dating and courtship to a house building activity. For those of us who have built houses, you know that for any strong house, for you to be proud and say, I truly have a strong house, you better do your foundation right. Everybody will tell you that a strong house, a beautiful house, a house that is going to last for ages and generations equals a strong foundation. Once you do your foundation right, you are going to have a house that is going to serve you well, a house that is going to do a beautiful job for you. Friends, when it comes to dating and courtship is the foundation for any strong relationship, for any strong marriage. It is the foundation for any strong families that we love and admire within our communities. I also want to relate dating and courtship to a gardening activity. For those of us who are farmers, we understand this principle very well. When a farmer wants to sow their seeds, they will not just go to the market and pick any seeds. No, they will carefully select the kind of seeds that they want, because they know that quality seeds equals a beautiful harvest at the end of the season. And so when it comes to dating and courtship, you are not going to go to the market and simply pick any man just because he's wearing a trouser. No, you're not going to pick any woman just because she's wearing a dress and you say, is she not woman enough? Is she not beautiful enough? Is he not man enough? No. When it comes to dating and courtship, you are going to carefully select the partner that you want, the partner that is going to deliver the kind of results that you desire to see. And so just as you see in a gardening activity, a farmer selects very, very carefully. They are not casual about it because they know that their good seed is going to produce good trees. Those good trees are going to produce beautiful fruit for them. And so when it comes to dating and courtship, the principle is closely related to that. We had something that was called Know Your Customer while I was working within the bank in Stanbic. Know Your Customer simply speaks to, before you sign up a customer to become part of us as a banking institution, you have to do the basics. You have to know what is their source of income. You have to know where do they work. You have to verify their residential address. You have to ask them for utility bills. This is an activity that helps you as a bank to understand the kind of customers that you're dealing with. And just to be sure you're not dealing with robots, you're dealing with real people who are traceable, who are verifiable. And I also remember one time when the bank did this activity on us, the employees, the bank quietly wrote out letters to the different universities where we had purported to have qualified from, and they just wanted to do a verification of indeed what we say we qualified in is indeed what we qualified in. Friends, what came out of that search was extremely outstanding because we witnessed so many of our colleagues and friends within the bank lose their jobs. Why? Because it turned out that for many of them, they had entered the bank using fraudulent documents. They were never students in the universities where they had purported to have qualified from. And so, friends, by the time the bank can go out of their way and invest time and money to do a thorough check and verification of the employees that they have, because it's critical for the bank to be sure that they are having authentic and indeed genuine people. How much more critical is it when it comes to our dating and courtship process? It is critical for you to invest time, to invest effort, to invest money, if need be, in order for you to verify that the person that indeed you want to settle with as a life partner is the person that they claim to be. I was told a story recently of somebody, a gentleman precisely, who did a very casual activity when it came to selecting a life partner. This gentleman said he was working in a certain educational institution, and they were all gentlemen within that during the time when he had just joined that institution. And he made a remark and said, the first lady that enters this institution to come and work as an employee, that is the woman that I'm going to marry. Friends, you cannot be so casual. You cannot be that simplistic when it comes to selecting a life partner. You better invest time, better invest effort and indeed energy to be sure that you have your facts right where it comes to the person that you're going to settle with. As I conclude, friends, I want to draw our attention to the book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. And it says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Other versions say, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You better look for knowledge when it comes to decision making that is related to selecting a spouse. Don't be casual and simplistic in courtship, because mistakes that you make in courtship are going to bring you lifelong experience of negative consequences. You don't want that for yourself. And like an unknown author said, it's not your fault if you grow up poor, but it's your fault if you live and indeed settle for a life of poverty. Why? Because you do not have the power to change your history, but you have the power to change your destiny. You have the power to change your life story. You do not have the power to change the life and indeed the family that you have come from, but you have the power to write a beautiful script of the family life that you intend to have with the potential partner that you are going to settle with. Friends, put in time, put in effort, because correct dating and courtship equals correct marital life. Thank you, friends, for listening in. Thank you for loving our hub. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for those lovely comments that I receive on a weekly basis. We truly appreciate them. I encourage us to share widely, and together, friends, this is how we are going to change our societies through the family. Thank you for listening in. God bless you. Catch you again next week. Bye.